Always on the pulse of the latest trends, super hip Seoul is constantly changing, and the same can be said for its climate. Visit the capital of South Korea in winter and you'll find locals pirouetting on ice rinks, while in summer, crowds beat the sweltering heat by splashing in outdoor pools along the Han River. Squashed between the two, spring and autumn bring crisp mornings perfect for shopping and sightseeing. Whether you're hoping to take in one of the city's top festivals, hit the hiking trails or just avoid the tourist crowds, here's our guide to the best time to visit Seoul. High season. June to September, best time for outdoor attractions. Seoul's busiest tourist period coincides with its hot summer and rainy season. A good time to visit for travelers who like the heat and don't mind spending a few hours indoors during downpours. It's not a great time for hikers. Accommodation prices are high as hotels get busy. Shoulder season. April to May, October to November, best time for hiking. Generally the best time to be in the city with pleasant weather and less crowds than summer. Hiking on the trails surrounding the city is also at an optimum in spring and autumn, especially as the foliage turns color. Autumn sees a number of big events take place in the city, including the Seoul International Fireworks Festival. Low season. December to March, best time to avoid the crowds. Perfect for travelers who enjoy wintry scenes, low crowds and low prices. Less demand for hotels mean rate drops. Tea houses and spa sessions are the order of the day during Seoul's winter period, with outdoor temperatures regularly dropping below freezing in December and January. This is the best time to visit for skiers. January wrap up well for a visit to Seoul in January, as temperatures can slide to below -10 degrees Celsius, 14 degrees Fahrenheit. As a consequence, it's not a popular month to visit the city. The exception is keen skiers and snowboarders, with the start of the year prime time for nearby ski resorts, including Bears Town, which is roughly 2.5 hours from the city by public transport. February. During February the city tends to empty out as locals visit hometowns to honor ancestors and eat traditional foods during SEOUL, Lunar New Year. That said, there are celebratory events held in Seoul at the major palaces and folk villages, for those able to withstand the cold. It's worth noting SEOUL can also fall in January. Key events. SEOUL. March remains chilly, leaving tourist crowds very thin on the ground. As a result, it's a great month for travelers looking to enjoy some of Seoul's indoor cultural highlights, including the Liam Samsung Museum of Art and National Museum of Korea, without the usual queues. April. The mercury starts to rise in April as spring arrives, marking one of the best times to visit the city. Nature determines the exact timing, but early April is generally when parts of Seoul turn pink in a transient flurry of delicate cherry blossoms, best viewed from Yeouido Park, which has its own cherry blossom festival, or atop Namsan Mountain. Festival Bomb also comes to town in April, a citywide celebration of the arts with dramatic dance, music and theatrical performances. Key events. Yeongdeungpo Yeouido Spring Flower Festival, Festival Bomb. May. Buddha's birthday brings a kaleidoscope of light and color, as rows of delicate paper lanterns, lit at dusk, are strung along the main thoroughfares and in temple courtyards. The first Sunday of the month also sees the Jongmyo Dage ceremony, featuring a costume parade that winds through the city's streets. Seoul's night markets also begin in earnest in May. Key events. Jongmyo Dage, Lotus Lantern Festival. June. The hot weather and period before the rains of July mean this is a great time to enjoy Seoul's outdoors. It's also a colorful time to be in the city, with the Seoul Queer Culture Festival, which includes an exuberant street party, and Dano Festival, that sees vibrant displays of shamanist rituals and masked dances take place at the Namsangol Hanok Village and the National Folk Museum of Korea. Key events. Seoul Queer Cultural Festival, Dano Festival. July. Pack heavy-duty rain gear and waterproof shoes, as this is when Seoul experiences a month of monsoon-like rains. Respite from the rain, however, is on offer at the Bucheon International Fantastic Film Festival, BIFAN. Held just outside Seoul, the event is a feast of the best in sci-fi, fantasy and horror. Key events. Bucheon International Fantastic Film Festival, BIFAN. August. The rain abates and is replaced by sweltering humidity. Cool off in Seoul's parks and public areas. There are free outdoor concerts most nights in Seoul Plaza and many free cultural events held in the parks along the Han River. The Seoul Fringe Festival, one of Seoul's best performing arts festivals, also takes place in August in the Hongdae area. Key events: Seoul Fringe Festival. September is a good month to be in the city, with fine weather and some fascinating festivals to take in. Sajik Dage, great rite for the gods of earth and agriculture, sees a procession honoring the ancient gods of the land weave through the city, with traditional costumes and music performances. The coming of major three-day holiday Chuseok, the Harvest Moon Festival, meanwhile, leads to families gathering together to eat crescent-shaped rice cakes and visit the graves of ancestors. Key events: Sajik Dage, Chuseok. October-autumn is a great time to visit Seoul, particularly if you like hiking, with temperatures good for rambling and the mountain scenery ablaze in wonderful shades of yellow, copper and orange. While the city's foliage puts on a colorful display, there's also a vibrant spectacle in the skies, as the Seoul International Fireworks Festival takes center stage, with dazzling displays put on by both Korean and international teams. Key events: Seoul International Fireworks Festival, Korea International Art Fair. November temperatures start to drop in November, making it a quiet month to visit. The Seoul Lantern Festival, however, provides a light in the, increasingly, dark evenings, with the Stream Park Chung-gai Cheon illuminated by gigantic, fantastic lanterns made by master craftsmen. Key events: Seoul Lantern Festival. December winter has firmly taken hold and temperatures drop to freezing, with potential dustings of snow. It's by no means the most popular time to visit, but the city boasts a wealth of activities perfect for the winter months, such as ice skating rinks, cozy tea houses and jjimjibangs, public bathhouses.